You have now entered the Now Girl podcast.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Now Girl podcast, your weekly dose of encouragement and all things girl boss talk. Thank y'all for tuning in for the second time this week. On this episode, I'm basically about to just pour my heart out. Some of you may know my birthday is approaching, and if you didn't, now you do. And at these key moments in life, I choose to treat them as a time of reflection. And y'all, this is really a big one for me. It's truly an end of an era and the beginning of a new one all at once. And it's like I feel it in my body. I've sat here and analyzed my experiences from top to bottom, in and out, all the way around. And I'm so honored to share some of my very valuable lessons from my 20-somethings as we go ahead and wrap this chapter up. Before I get into the lessons though, I just want to say the ultimate lesson thus far is to put God first. Seek His will in all that you do, and if you ever have a question, ask Him to show you His vision regarding that area of your life. Getting to know God and trusting Him will help you with all of the following that I'm going to mention. So let's get right into it. Lesson number 1, forgive. Forgive everything, forgive everybody, forgive your parents for not knowing how to raise you the most perfect way. Forgive that boy for cheating on you. Forgive that girl who he cheated on you with. Forgive your grandparents for dying. Forgive your friend, your best friend for betraying you. Forgive everybody and everything literally so you can free up space within yourself for more of yourself and more of your life and more of your future, more of your purpose, more vision for you. Number 2, you are more than capable of making the right decisions for your life. Please trust yourself more. Even if you mess up, that's just another plot twist to the story. Like, it's okay to make a decision that's not the right decision because you're gonna keep living. Just do it. Number 3, disagreements aren't confrontation. Listen to learn and learn to improve. A lot of times for a big chunk of my life, I found myself not showing up as who I truly was because I felt like my aura and my demeanor was offensive. And so I toned myself down a lot, but you don't have to. You can disagree with people and you can still love them at the end of the day. It won't always be peaches and roses, but it won't always be a fight either. So just show up as you as much as you can. Number 3, don't be in a hurry all the time. You're going to miss this exact moment one day and you're not going to be able to get it back. Don't be in a state of mind of where you're always trying to get to the next thing. Let's learn to bask in whatever's happening in the moment. If it's peace in the moment, if it's love in the moment, even if it's sadness in the moment, just take it in and try to get the most positive message from it, from within, that you can. Number 4, you're never too young to start collecting family recipes. Now, this is something that hit home for me because my big mama passed away. My grandmother passed away last year. I have one grandparent left. And I just be hounding her down I call her when I need to make any and everything because I just don't want to lose those feelings. It's like it's feelings in those recipes. I don't want to lose those memories. I didn't pay attention to this until last year. So start asking questions. Get in the kitchen with your mom, your grandma, whoever you can. Get in the kitchen so you could always remember and bring those traditions to your own family as you start to create one. Lesson number 5, it's never the end of the world. Just take it one day at a time. And I'm saying this in regards to heartbreak. That boy broke your heart. It's going to be okay. It might take you 2 weeks. It might take you 6 months. But it's not the end of the world, girl. It's not, okay? Dealing with trauma, just anything When you feel at your lowest point, it's a plot twist. And that's just how I choose to look at it. It's a plot twist. It's not the end of the world, so don't treat it as such. Number 6, you cannot love somebody into loving you if they already don't, okay? Make relational decisions based off action only. Don't go into no situation say, oh my God, his mama abandoned him. He just needs to know what love is. I just need to give him all my love so he can see the world differently and he can know that somebody got his back. No, boo. Please don't drain yourself like that. If that man is not showing up in a manner that shows you that he loves you, you really don't got nothing to give. You got a smile and an encouraging word maybe, but don't drain yourself of all your love trying to love somebody into loving you. 10 times out of 10, that don't work. So number 6, cherish yourself always and in all ways. Let's look at the definition of cherish. Protect and care for, lovingly. Adore is a synonym. Hold dear, value highly, treasure. You have to cherish yourself when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your education, when it comes to your conversation, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your appearance. I mean, in all ways that you can think of. Hold yourself to that highest standard. Because if you don't, you may be a victim of going into the world believing that you're not. Because that's how people make you feel. That's how the world make you feel. That's how circumstances make you feel sometimes. So you have to know that I'm holding myself at this highest standard because I'm holding myself at this highest standard. And that's what I require. And as long as you can walk in that, people can see it. And they'll approach accordingly. Number 7, great friends actually are an essential piece to life. Ditch the bad ones as soon as you know that they're bad ones. And you can do this with love still in your heart. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to fall out. It doesn't have to be a fight. Just when you know somebody is not for you in the friendship department, please leave it alone. Because as you grow older, you're going to go through some stuff that your family is not going to be there for, or they're not going to see in a way that a great friend will be able to support you in. Great friends are so essential. And I'm saying this because I've experienced friendship heartbreak before. I was so jaded. I was like, like, I don't feel like getting to know nobody else. Like, and then being around you, you knowing me and like all of that. And it's like, I was so jaded for so long. And I'm such a bubbly like I have a bubbly personality, but doors up. You call, like, I could meet somebody and they text me. I'm like, why would they text me? Like a friend, a potential friend. I'm like, what do you want to talk about? So jaded. And it's not healthy because we need friends. And it's not healthy to buy into that belief of you can do everything by yourself, because it's going to be some times where your friends is going to have to pull you up off your butt. Number 8, keep at least 1 to 2 hobbies on deck. I don't care what it is. If you love to color, spend a good amount of time coloring. If you want to learn how to do the clarinet, go learn how to do the clarinet. Okay? Because having hobbies will save you from so much idle time and just getting yourself into situations that you don't need to be in. It will save you so much time from distracting yourself as well. Get in your elective bag, please. So number 9, God will send you your man to choose you, okay? You will never have to choose that man. You will never have to run. You will never have to sprint. You will never have to jog. You will never even have to breathe too hard. So if you think about texting first, don't do it. I'm joking. Don't be childish. But girl, Please, okay? Number 10. Oh, wow. Leave. I'm cracking myself up as I'm looking back on these lessons that I've learned because life is just crazy. But yes, I encourage you to leave any situation that's not of service to you. I don't care if it's a relationship, I don't care if it's a job, I don't care what it is. Leave. Leave. If it's for you, it will be back. Trust me, okay? You'll be fine too. You're going to get greater. The moment that you walk away, you're going to feel refreshed. You're not, it's the sad days that you feel like you're dreading, and that's why you're holding on. The minute that you walk away, you're going to be so happy. You're going to feel guilty for how good you feel. Number 11, try not to be so stuck in your ways. Fall in love with growing in any way. Like, just be open to teaching moments. Embrace different perspectives too. I believe growing up, I was around, when you in an environment with people, you all kind of start to think similarly. So thinking differently always is shunned, I feel like, and we don't learn to accept other perspective. A lot of people are just like one track minded, and the best way to learn is from experience. And if you have to be able to be open to a different way of doing something to get a well-rounded experience of life, I believe. Number 12, read more and write down all your good ideas. Don't let them slip away. And I believe when you read more, ideas spark somehow. Like, you get ideas about things that you never had an idea about that could go along with something that you're already thinking. And when you read, you just build a bigger intellectual war chest, and that comes in handy when you just keep living. Number 13, try things you're interested in, even if it doesn't fit your aesthetic. Please don't be like that. Please don't stick yourself in a box because the way something looks or because the way you think something might turn out. Please try. Number 14, learn to see yourself the way that God sees you. No other lens really matters. Growing up, I know that, especially with social media, I feel like we've all experienced image dysmorphia or something. We are trying to super curate our image so bad, so down to the bone, that we are losing out on time of actually building experiences. And when you get in relationship with God and you ask Him to help you view yourself as He views you, all the comparison goes out the window. All the pedestals go out the window. You see yourself and you know for sure that you are in your own lane. Nobody else is in this lane with you. You are you, and you are the greatest you that you could be. There could never be another you. And only God can confirm that. Number 15, everyone is on their own journey. So when you come into somebody's life or they come into yours, however it ends up, accept people for who they are and pray for who they're going to be, because they don't even know probably. And I feel like sometimes we meet people and we judge people automatically, and we disregard the fact that they're actually living their life, trying to figure it out just as we are. So let's try not to be judgmental and just well aware enough of what's going on with us in our journey that we can recognize how we could or could not be of assistance to that person instead of, judging them. Number 16, what you do every day becomes who you are. Check in on that process consistently. When I say this, I literally mean what you do every single day. When I often feel like people, and I have been a victim of this as well, we're so in a hurry to get to the next thing in life that we don't realize that every day we're laying some foundation down because we're so focused on, oh, I can't wait till it get like this, or I can't wait till I'm doing this. Every single day you laying a brick. Every single day you laying a brick to the house that you're going to be in. So every habit that you have, every detail that you pay attention to, everything about you that you do every day ultimately becomes who you are. So, I don't know. Let that sink in. Number 17, if you have to start over, that is perfectly fine. Just do it with a smile. Don't be angry about learning another lesson. Number 18, people will hurt you, but you will get stronger. Again, it's not the end of the world. Number 19, one of my faves. Boundaries, boo. Never let nobody set them for you. Speak up for yourself. And the quicker that you learn how to do it with your little razzle dazzle, the easier it'll be. For some reason, speaking up for yourself and being accountable for yourself and speaking on your boundaries and your rules and your instructions that you have for your life has become offensive to people. So when I say add your razzle dazzle, like, it's not always a confrontation, like I said before. If you're funny and witty, you're going to be funny and witty when you're speaking up for yourself. If you are passive aggressive, let's not be passive aggressive. Let's just be honest, okay? Let's just say what we feel, mean what we say, and as long as we being honest with ourselves, there's no need for the passive aggressiveness. But whatever is your quirk or your unique thing about you is the way that 9 times out of 10 you will speak up when it comes to you. And this is how I like to think of it, because y'all know I like to think that I'm a movie star, and I think that we all should think we're movie stars playing in our own movie. Just imagine creating an audiobook for your movie. That's what your voice is in your life. You have to speak eloquently about you. That's just period. Don't let nobody else speak up for you in no situation, because they're always going to get it wrong. Number 19, move on gracefully. And I'm actually talking about relationship. I'm talking about intimate relationship with that man or with that woman, because we are not engaging in public get back. We don't even do that. We don't even know what that is. So if they're gone, let them be gone. Number 21, your words create your reality. Watch your mouth when it comes to you. And I can't say it enough. So again, watch your mouth when it comes to you. Number 22, if you want to see change, you have to start. It doesn't matter where you start. Just do it. Like, honestly, we sometimes could get in a cycle where we're just overly learning about something, or we're just trying to get the starting process down to a T, but just start. You'll be fine, and you'll learn so much more along the way when you're actually in the thick of it. Number 23, focus on your future. Please rid yourself of all distractions if you can. And you know what? It might be that phone. It might be that boy. It might be your friend calling you to talk for 2 hours about nothing. But please, distractions are not beneficial whatsoever. And like I said, every day we're laying down a brick to the house that eventually will be our dream house. Eventually will be the house that our families are in. So lay down your bricks with strategy. Please focus on your future. Number 24, embrace your quirkiness. People aren't judging you as much as you're judging yourself. Number 25, life is a continuous cycle of rebranding day by day. So you get to choose who you're showing up as. Again, with the bricks analogy. We're laying down a single solitary brick in a day for the foundation of our life, and like, you're completely in charge of that. It's so beautiful. It's so mind-blowing that God left us in charge to the capacity that he did, and we still be messing up. That is just crazy. That is just crazy. But thank him for his grace. Number 26, be excited about you. Stay excited about you and what's to come for you in your life. Nobody else is gonna be as let me rephrase that. You might get some people in your life that's just excited about you that you are about yourself. But in the case that you don't, because you might run across some haters and just never want to deal with that again. In the case that you don't, get excited about yourself and stay excited about yourself, because nobody is going to cheer you on the way that you're going to have to sometimes. I'm sorry. You're going to have to sometimes. Number 27, get dressed. Put your clothes on. Stop going outside looking crazy. I don't care if your hair is not done. You better wrap that headscarf like the most beautiful turban you ever seen. I don't know. Put some lashes on. Get dressed. Stop showing up like you don't even love yourself. Stop showing up like you don't love yourself and expecting somebody to love you more than you look like you love yourself. And I'm not being shallow or superficial or none of that. Y'all need to go read the book of Esther in the Bible. And for my women, for the Now Girl community, please stop letting people make you feel like you wanting to stay fresh and be beautiful is shallow, because it's not. Your beauty, your appearance is a gift from God. You don't know how many people or how many doors it can open for you to even just be in conversation with people. And when you getting yourself together and you feel with Jesus the way that I'm filled with Jesus, you might just win a soul. You might just get somebody back on track because they thought you had a nice smile. Stop going into the world hiding yourself. Please be bold. Please share your light. Last but not least, number 28. Find some peace and some happiness in saying no. You can do it with a smile. You can do it still with love in your heart. You won't be penalized. You can't get in trouble by anybody. So let's stop. I learned to stop. Let me not say that. I learned to stop overwhelming myself with other people's emergencies. I learned that other people's emergencies don't have to be my own. And you know what? Sometimes I'm not mentally available. Sometimes I'm not physically available. And I'm perfectly fine with saying no at this big age. There's no guilt there. And this is for everybody in their 20-somethings. We all trying to figure out. This is for the Now Girl community. But for my young women, my 18, 19, 20, no. You'll be perfectly fine. Trust me. It'll make things a lot more easier for you emotionally, mentally. It'll leave a lot more space for you to grow in those areas. So say no with a smile. Love you. You still love them. No love lost. Thank you so much for listening to the lessons from my 20-somethings. And I hope that this episode has shed some light onto you so you can continue to progress and elevate to the most beautiful, flourishing, thriving version of yourself. But on this journey, whether you have experienced some of these lessons I talked about, or if you have not yet, please remember to be gentle with yourself, because you are always becoming.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Now Girl podcast. Make sure you like and comment on your favorite podcast platforms. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode.